Every time a BLACKPINK member changes her hair color, salons around the world get flooded with the same request within hours. Not days, hours. From Rosé's dusty pink era to Jennie's blonde bangs breaking the internet, these four women haven't just followed beauty trends, they've been creating them for nearly a decade. And the wildest part, some of these looks weren't even planned as trends. They just happened to hit at the exact right moment and the entire beauty industry followed. By the end of this video, you'll see exactly how a simple hair color choice turned into a worldwide movement. Let's start with one of the most copied looks in K-pop history. During the "How You Like That" era, Jennie debuted a look where she bleached only her front bangs and kept the rest of her hair black. It sounds simple, but this single styling choice triggered a wave of influencers and makeup artists recreating the exact same look within days of the comeback dropping. It wasn't a full transformation, it was a strategic, partial one, and that's exactly what made it so easy for fans everywhere to copy without committing to a full bleach job. Next, we have the hair color that basically became a cultural symbol for the group itself. Rosé, known for her signature golden blonde locks, briefly switched to a dusty pink shade during the Lovesick Girls era, and even though the look didn't last long, it's still considered one of the most iconic hair moments in Blink history. What's interesting is that Rosé's hair has actually changed more than any other members over the years, from a rare black pre-debut look, to fiery red during DD all the way to her now signature blonde. She's essentially become proof that changing your hair color can become part of your entire artistic identity. Now let's talk about Lisa, who's arguably taken the most fashion-forward risks with color. She's gone fiery orange in As If It's Your Last, rocked a cooler toned red during How You Like That, and even experimented with striking blonde and black contrast looks that gave off an edgy, almost rebellious energy completely different from the rest of the group. What makes Lisa's hair transformations stand out is that they usually lean into bold, high-contrast combinations rather than one single flat color, a technique that's since become a huge trend among fans trying to recreate K-pop hair at home. Jisoo is usually associated with elegant black or soft brown hair, which makes her occasional color changes hit even harder. She surprised fans by switching to a deep purple that later faded into a soft pastel lilac, and years later, she painted just the ends of her hair in a cherry red hue for her solo debut track. What's powerful about Jisoo's approach is restraint. She doesn't change often, so when she does, it becomes an instant headline. It's proof that in the beauty world, subtlety can sometimes create more impact than a dramatic transformation. So why does a BLACKPINK hair change turn into a global trend within days? It comes down to timing and visibility. Every comeback era comes packaged with high fashion styling, professional color work, and massive visual exposure across music videos, magazine covers, and red carpet appearances all at once. When millions of fans see a new look attached to a song they're already obsessed with, that hair color becomes emotionally tied to the comeback itself. So recreating the hair feels like participating in the era, not just copying a celebrity. This is exactly why hair salons, beauty influencers, and even mainstream fashion magazines now track BLACKPINK comebacks as unofficial trend forecasts. A single member's hair choice can shift search trends for hair dye shades, salon requests, and even wig sales worldwide. Very few artists have this kind of direct influence over global beauty behavior, and BLACKPINK has managed to do it with almost every era since their 2016 debut. At the end of the day, BLACKPINK's hair isn't just styling, it's storytelling. Every color shift signals a new era, a new mood, and a new version of each member for fans to fall in love with all over again. And that's exactly why the world keeps copying them. If this hair evolution deep dive had you nodding along, smash that like button, subscribe for more BLACKPINK content, and comment which hair era was your all-time favorite. See you in the next